There is a lot of focus on data analytics and data engineering these days. There are various choices when it comes to data manipulation in the data analytics or data engineering. Two of the most common ones are structured query language (SQL) and Panda. Pandas is an open source Python library that is extensively used for data analysis and manipulation. In contrast, SQL is a programming language that is used to perform operations in relational database management systems such as MySQL, Postgres, Oracle SQL Server, and various others. In this video, let's have a quick look to compare the most commonly used commands between Pandas and SQL. On your screen, you can see that I have listed down few of the operations which are quite common in terms of data analytics and data engineering, and then how you can perform them in Pandas or SQL. So just consider this video as a quick reference if you are trying to perform either of these operations. So if you want to read a CSV or comma separated values file, then you can simply use read underscore CSV function from pandas, but in SQL you have to load the data from the in file into a table, and you have to mention your delimiters. If you want to print rows, then you can use df command, and then in SQL it is fairly simple. Again, you just have to write the SQL query select static from table, and then similarly for the dimension side of things, where you normally count few things in various dimensions, in SQL you can again use simple select query, whereas um, in the pandas you use the shape. Same goes for the data type. um, D types, so there's a typo there, D types, and then we have describe table in SQL. In terms of filtering, there are a lot of options. I have just mentioned a simple one where I am using the greater than operator in pandas df.column, and for the SQL we use the where clause which filters out the data. And one important thing to note down here is this filtration and use of where clause or the operator is very important, because normally in data analytics or data engineering you deal with a huge set of data. So earlier you filter out the data, the better. So try to find out as many filters as possible and combine them to make your data set smaller, so that not only it will your program and your data manipulation will be quicker, your data egress and ingress will be quicker too, and that will of course improve the performance of your application and the response time to user. It will reduce the latency, plus you will have cost optimization benefits. Okay. Sorting, again, you use order by clause in SQL, whereas you have sort underscore values function there in pandas. For the then operator you can use fill na, where you can make usage of null operator in the SQL. It is a rough comparison, of course. Then for the join one, there is a merge statement, and you can merge it on the basis of the column, whereas in the SQL, of course, as you know, that you can join the tables on the basis of similar columns, for example on the basis of primary key and foreign key. Then for the concatenation, it's a very familiar concat function, and then in the SQL you have union all, and there is also a union operator depending on your business use case. Group by clause is very common, where you group by on the basis of some values in the column, whereas in the pandas use add underscore call. Unique values you can use distinct in SQL, whereas you can use a unique keyword in pandas. You can easily rename from old name to new name, similar to both SQL and pandas, whereas for the delete one, in pandas you use drop statement, and then this one, if you're dropping a column, you use alter table, which is a DDL or data definition command. If you want to delete the data instead of column, you use the delete statement. So this is pretty much it. I hope this was useful. If you have any feedback, please put them in the comment section. Thank you.